How a poor Korean boy built an auto giant like Hyundai. Cold winds were blowing. A teenage boy quietly steps out of his house in the darkness. His feet are trembling, but there is a strange fire in his eyes. He knows that if he is caught, his father will tie him back to the fields. But if he doesn't run today, his entire life will be buried in that same soil of poverty. He has no money, no identity, and no fixed path. Yet he has set out on a journey that will one day lay the foundation of the world's third largest automobile company. The question is, can history be changed by sheer stubbornness and courage alone? This is the story of Chung Ju-yung, the founder of Hyundai. He was born in 1915 in a poor farming family in what is now North Korea. The eldest among 8 siblings, with the responsibility of the house on his shoulders. Fields, hunger, debt, and struggle. That was his world. But there was a restlessness within Chung. He knew that if he stayed there, his future was fixed. Poverty. He wanted to run away to Seoul. The first 3 times, his father caught him and brought him back. The 4th time, he took a bold step. He sold his father's only cow. With that money, he bought a train ticket and reached Seoul. This was not just running away from home, it was a declaration of fighting destiny. Reaching Seoul did not make life easier. He worked as a construction laborer and a porter, sweating all day, sleeping on the pavement at night. But there was one thing different about him. He treated every job as an opportunity to learn. After some time, he got a job at a rice shop. Impressed by his honesty and hard work, the owner transferred the shop to his name before his death. A poor farmer's son had now become a small trader. But the storms of history were not calm. Because of the Second World War and the Japanese occupation, his business shut down. Back to zero. Many people would have broken here, but Chung turned every failure into a lesson. In 1940, he bought an auto repair shop. The sound of machines, the smell of oil, and fixing broken engines. This is where his inclination toward the world of automobiles began to grow. But misfortune knocked again. His workshop burned to ashes in a fire. This was the second major disaster. He took a loan and started again. He believed that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. In 1947, he founded Hyundai Civil Industries. The beginning was in construction. After the Korean War, South Korea was completely devastated. Roads were needed, bridges were needed, factories were needed. Chung participated in reconstruction projects. His company completed dams, highways, and infrastructure projects. Gradually, the name Hyundai began to symbolize reliability. This was the same period when the South Korean government was moving toward industrialization. Chung secured government contracts and proved himself through aggressive execution. In 1967, he established Hyundai Motor Company. At that time, car manufacturing in South Korea was considered almost impossible. The country lacked technology, resources were limited, and the market was small. But Chung's vision was big. He partnered with Ford and began assembling the Cortina model. But his dream was not to assemble, it was to build his own car. In 1975, Hyundai launched its first indigenous car, the Pony. This moment was historic. The Pony was not just a car. It was a declaration of South Korea's self-confidence. Hyundai focused on the export market. In the 1980s, the company entered Canada and the US. In 1986, the Hyundai Excel was launched in America. Because of its low price and decent quality, it quickly became popular. But in the early years, quality issues also damaged the brand image. Many experts said Hyundai would not survive global competition. But the company launched a quality improvement program, refined its manufacturing processes, and increased investment in research and development. In 1998, Hyundai acquired Kia Motors. During the Asian financial crisis, this move was considered risky. But eventually the Hyundai Kia Group became one of the world's top automobile groups. Chung Ju-yung did not remain limited to automobiles. When experts said South Korea could not build ships, he founded Hyundai Heavy Industries. The world's largest shipyard was built in Ulsan. It was the biggest industrial gamble of that time. He secured construction contracts in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. Hyundai Engineering and Construction made its mark in international projects. Hyundai Group played a significant role in South Korea's GDP growth. Chung is often called the architect of South Korea's industrialization. His thinking was different. He used to say, "Have you tried?" When someone said something was impossible, he would ask, "Have you tried?" This attitude became Hyundai's identity. He was also active in politics. In the 1990s, he even contested the presidential election. He played a role in dialogue between North and South Korea. In 1998, he sent 1001 cows to his birthplace in North Korea, a symbolic and emotional bridge between his past and present. Today, Hyundai Motor Group is the world's third largest automobile manufacturer after Toyota and Volkswagen. the Hyundai and Kia brands have a global presence. Hyundai is also investing in electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cell technology, and autonomous driving. In India, Hyundai Motor India is the second largest car manufacturer. Recent discussions about bringing a major IPO for Hyundai India have shown how strong the brand is. The Chennai plant has become Hyundai's global export hub. Models like Creta, i20 and Verna are popular in the Indian market. But the foundation of this empire rests on the stubbornness of a poor boy. The boy who ran away from the fields, who sold a cow to buy a ticket, who did not give up even after his workshop burned down. His story tells us that poverty is not permanent, if vision is permanent. Hyundai means modernity. And truly, Chung played a role in turning South Korea into a modern industrial nation. When the Hyundai Pony ran on the road, it was not just metal and an engine. It was a nation's self-respect. When Hyundai ships sailed into the sea, they were not just vessels, they were symbols of ambition. And when Hyundai cars were sold in America, it was a victory of globalization. Chung never completed formal higher education, but he crafted corporate strategy through practical wisdom. He sat among employees, inspected factories, and understood ground realities. For him, leadership meant setting an example. In 2001, Chung Ju-yung passed away. But his legacy is still alive today. Hyundai is not just a company, it is a story of resilience. This story shows us fear, the fear of poverty, the fear of failure, the fear of competition. But it also awakens curiosity. Can a global empire rise from an ordinary beginning? The answer is yes, if there is courage. Today, as the world moves toward electric mobility, the Hyundai Ioniq series and hydrogen fuel cell cars signal the future of mobility. The company is investing in technology through research centers and innovation labs. This is the same spirit Chung showed decades ago, the spirit of challenging the impossible. A poor farmer's son became the richest person in South Korea, but his greatest success was not wealth. It was mindset. He made his country believe that we can. Perhaps that is the biggest lesson of this story. If you don't find a path, create one. If people say it can't be done, ask them, have you tried? And if life knocks you down, get up and run again. Because history is written by those who move forward despite fear. Chung Ju-yung did exactly that. And Hyundai today stands as a living example of that same stubbornness, that same vision, and that same courage.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.